Hello and welcome to today's live coaching call and community conversation. Today I'm going to be sharing my one thing that all women really need to start implementing and or considering if they're really serious about battling their struggle with weight loss. So welcome. My name is Diane Parham. I am the creator of the online course and community, the Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Woman, as well as our midlife mindset shift course and community. We really try to tackle things here in this community from the standpoint of our mindset. I promise you, your thoughts are the things that are holding you back from most things in your life, including losing weight and getting yourself healthy, especially as we're going through this aging season. So we are going to do some life set mindset shift coaching today. I always recommend when you come to these calls to bring a notebook or a journal or some scrap paper or something that you can take some notes on so that you can reference back to this information if you feel like you're getting stuck, or maybe you have realized your thoughts are kind of holding you back. So please make sure you get your little piece of paper and your pen before we get started. I'm going to go over some notes today. Again, this is going to be based off our thoughts and some mindset shift coaching. So if you're here, it's for me to tell you how many grams of protein you need to eat to lose weight. Today's not going to be that discussion. We are going to talk about our thoughts. So welcome. Please take advantage of the comment section. That's where you get to ask your questions. That's where you get to share your thoughts. That's where you get to encourage and empower the other members of our community and make new friends. That's why that is there. So please use it. If you have questions at the end of my discussion today or my little coaching, we will go ahead and address those as well. For those of you who are interested in joining our next Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Woman course, our next one starts on October 1st. First, registration closes on the 30th of September. I can't even believe we're already rounding out September at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. This is the magical time of our 4-week time together in class. We're going through this right now with our September students where the mindset shifts start to click. And so this conversation is for you, my September students, for my future students, so you know what kind of coaching you're going to get into class, and for my graduates who might feel like they're hitting a little bit of the struggle bus. We are here for you today. Please make sure you are using that like button as well. Remember, we are trying to attract as many like-minded women to our community as possible. When you hit the like button, when you share this content, when you are subscribed, all those kind of things, that lets everyone else know who's pushing out this information that this is a community that is well bound together, very like-minded, and we want to find more of us to help. Okay, so let's get started. If you are feeling tender-hearted today, or you feel like something that we're going to talk about today might be triggering to you because we are doing some life coaching and some mindset coaching, please just take a pause. You can come back on a different day when we talk about other things. But today I'm going to be very, very tough love coach on you guys. I see your struggle. I hear your struggle. I feel your frustration. And I know where you're coming from because I used to be that same woman. And I want to help you with the things and the tools that I have uncovered for myself and I use for myself to get myself out of that almost hamster wheel of frustration that a lot of us find ourselves in. So the number one thing you can do as a woman to help yourself start losing weight today is eat like you love yourself. I even have a shirt that says that. Eat like you love yourself. When you eat or you take care of yourself in a loving way, everything else that's going on with your body is going to work the way it was designed to work. When we rationalize putting ourselves in harm's way because stress, life's difficult, you're struggling in some area, maybe of your career, maybe some relationship stress is weighing you down, we give ourselves permission to do harm to ourselves because life feels hard. And then we come out of that situation and we're feeling super bummed out, super disappointed in ourselves, feeling like we fail, feeling like all these negative things when we had the opportunity to do something different and we didn't take advantage of the opportunity. I want to start thinking about how and why we justify putting ourselves in harm's way when what we say we really want for ourselves is to look and feel our best, live our life most authentically from this day forward, right? We want that. We know we want that for ourselves, but we keep creating these bumps in the road and these stalls and these opportunities for us to have to backtrack because we haven't really figured out how to control our thoughts and allow our thoughts to work for us. We did some mindset shift coaching yesterday in our live call. We're going to do it tonight as well. So if you're in that group with me, make sure you get to tonight's call or you watch the recording from yesterday. The power of using mantras. I love mantras. Mantras are my secret to success because when my mind goes in a direction that doesn't serve me, I pull out one of my mantras to change my thoughts. When my thoughts change and my thoughts are in the direction moving me toward what it is that I say that I want, I make better decisions for myself. And so we're going to talk about some things that we can put in our life that will help us eat as if we really, truly do love ourselves. And when we eat in a way that proves that we love ourselves, our body reacts in kind. And our body will start to show up for us because it's appreciating the decisions that we are making. Difficult situations empower me. This is one of my mantras. I do not let difficult or stressful or hard situations break me down. I use those as opportunities to sit up straight, pull my shoulders back, put my head down, and get to work. I do not let difficult situations break me down. This is a mantra that I use because the reality is difficult situations are going to happen. Stressful situations are going to happen. And if I believe in those situations, I am at my most empowered self. That's the way I will show up. And when I'm empowered, I don't do anything but loving things for myself, right? Because I feel like I have that sense of power within myself. I don't need to find it anywhere else. And I dip into that power when I need it during difficult situations. This last couple of years and the lockdowns and the pandemic really did prove how as a society, we treat ourselves when things are difficult. Mass weight gains happened during that time frame. Alcohol consumption went up, drug use went up, like all kinds of bad things happen to people because during difficult situations, we aren't trained how to treat ourselves, right? Sourdough bread was all the craze, drinking extra alcohol, sitting around and Netflixing and chill, which all of those things are fine as long as your brain understands you are just Netflixing and chilling and you're not trying to avoid your life. And you can have the loaf of bread if that's what you're doing, but you're not connecting that to negativity. And so we have to make sure that the decisions that we are making are connected to what it is we say that we really want. And when we go against that, that's where we start to have our problems. And we get so deep and so entrenched in the problem, it's really hard for us to find our way out. And then that's how we've been trained to treat our body in harmful ways when things get tough. So difficult situations empower me. Write this mantra down. You can use this anytime you want. I am achieving. You should always feel like you're achieving something, at something, for something, whatever, however you want to feel that in. I am achieving. Because the opposite of that is where your brain tends to go when you're not connected to the thoughts that are just popping up on their own, because we live in a world that can be very, very negative. And for a lot of women, we can assume the role that's been set up for us as opposed to creating the role that we want to have for ourselves. So you should always believe that you're achieving. And when you always feel like you're achieving, you're going to eat like you love yourself, because you have to be ready to show up to achieve. You don't have any time to feel down or knocked out by bad food choices or, drugged out by mindless eating and the chemical and hormonal changes that happen when we do that to ourselves. So you should always be ready to achieve. I do no harm to myself. One of the most common phrases I hear, and we talked about this yesterday in our midlife mindset shift course, so this is just going to be a review if you were there with us yesterday. I do no harm to myself. One of the things I hear women say all the time during my one-on-one coaching calls is, I got in a fight with my husband, or something stressful at work happened. So I gave myself permission to eat things that I know weren't the best. How does that make any sense? Right? But we do it. I've done it myself, so I get it. But you have to catch yourself. Why would you do harm to yourself when you're already knocked down? Why can't we just agree that when we get knocked down, we eat like we love ourselves? We don't want to get knocked down even harder. We want to have the energy and the confidence and the empowered feeling to get back up, right? Because it's not not getting knocked down that slows us out or knocks us out of life. It's the inability to get ourselves back up that slows us down. So what if you just stop harming yourself when you felt sad or depressed or alone or struggling or frustrated or bored or all the things? What if we did the opposite? How could we come out of that situation so much faster? How can we learn to pick ourselves up as opposed to contributing to the knockdown? I rise up during challenging times. Again, it's a thing with women. I don't know why. Maybe it's a societal thing. Maybe it's our generation of women and some of the things that we went through in our younger days or what we saw with our mothers. I don't know. But why is it that when times are challenging, we get small, right? Why is it that we get small? How come we can't rise up when things are challenging? Why is it that we don't feel like we can voice our opinion or stand up for what's right or fight for someone who needs to have a fight fought for them, right? So this is a mantra I want you to write down. I rise up during challenging times. You don't get small. You rise up. I reward myself often. And what I want us to tag on to this is in an appropriate way, because along with the things are difficult, so I decided to do some bad things and just give myself that permission to harm myself. It's also the same with rewarding ourselves. We have to make sure that the reward complements the achievement, right? So I made a connection to this for myself as a woman when I realized that anytime I achieved a physique goal or maybe a weight loss goal or a fitness goal, my reward to myself was a patio night out at a Mexican restaurant with margaritas, which makes no sense when you think about everything that I went through to achieve that goal. And now I'm going to go sit on a patio and do exactly the opposite of the things I did to get there, right? When I could also just go buy myself a pair of running shoes or go get my nails done or get a pedicure or something that would make me feel really good about my accomplishment that made sense. So oftentimes the reward that we give ourselves is unrewarding to us, right? We're taking away our achievement with the reward that we pick. Oftentimes, we do that with like candy and treats and wine and those kinds of things as well. And then the next day we're like, oh, I feel so bad. And we rob ourselves of really relishing the accomplishment that we made. So make sure that when you are rewarding yourself often, it's the appropriate reward for what you are celebrating. And then the last thing, I say this here all the time, I am selfish first. I am selfish first so that I can show up as my best self for everything else in my life that I need to show up for. But if I'm not selfish first, I guarantee you I'm not going to be able to show up for you as my best. And I always want to show up for you as my best. So I am selfish first. If you can believe these things and practice these things, you will eat like you love yourself and you will lose the weight. It's impossible not to lose weight, not to be healthy, not to have the physique that you know that you deserve to live with. If you're doing this, it would be impossible. Because you're just going to be happy with what you have and you're going to be grateful for what you have. And you're going to treat yourself in very kind ways, which is going to allow you to wake up every single day looking and feeling your best and doing it in one of the most beautifully authentic ways. It doesn't matter how many calories you consume in a day if the calories that you are consuming are harmful to you. It doesn't matter how many macro charts or apps you're using on your phone if you're allowing yourself excuses to eat crappy food. If it fits in your macro count, that's fantastic. But if it's not food that proves that you love yourself, it's not going to do you any good. It doesn't matter how many hours you spend in the gym exercising if you're doing it from the mindset that you're punishing your body because you are disappointed in food choices that you made. It doesn't matter. We have to learn to do this work from a loving place, the place that we love ourselves. We don't need love from any outside source if we're loving ourselves first, right? And that comes when we participate in these kind of mindsets. These kind of mindsets will change the negative thoughts in your head, will change the damaging thoughts in your head, change the harmful and discouraging thoughts in your head, and will create positive thoughts. And the more we practice this, the more this will happen automatically. And that's who you become as a woman. And then this is just without exception. You will never ever sway from this, and you will never have to worry about weight loss again because you're not going to put yourself in harm's way. You would never consider doing something that isn't going to serve your best self. I hope this is helpful to you. I cannot help any woman who does not understand that her thoughts are the things that are creating the negative outcomes in her life. And her thoughts are also the things that create the positive outcomes in your life, because your thoughts are always going to lead you to a decision-making process. And so we have to catch those thoughts, and it's practice. It's always going to be something that we have to work on. I am constantly working on it. I am constantly practicing these kinds of things myself, and I am really, really good at this. Really, really good at this. And I need you guys to find the thing that you need to be really good at to help yourself as well. Okay, so let me see if I have some questions and comments in here. I love this part of my job. I love it, love it, love it, love it. Because if you can figure this out for you, and we had this discussion again yesterday in our midlife mindset shift course and community. If you can do this for you, this just spews out into the world, right? And can you imagine a world where more people thought like this and more people acted like this? It would be such a more beautiful place for all of us to live together. So we get to start it here in this community, and then we get to pay it forward and show the example of what it truly means to live our most authentic life and have that opportunity every day to wake up looking and feeling our best. Okay, Diana from British Columbia, Canada. Over the last 16 and a half months, I have lost 96 pounds with 20 hours of fasting and 4 hours of feasting. I feel great. You're the life coach I never knew I needed and wanted. Oh, my friend, I am so happy for you. And I love the way you say the life coach, right? Because you had to do a lot of this to lose 96 pounds in 16 and a half months. So, girlfriend, I am so proud of you. I hope you are proud of yourself. I hope you have lots of mantras that you are practicing. And I want to thank you for sharing your story here with us, because you just gave so many women a little skip in their step that they can do it too. So sending you lots of love. So happy for you, my friend. I'm so happy that you're here with us. Ginger, August 22 grad. Good morning. Jackie, hello. April, hi from Spokane, Washington. New to this channel. Found you while researching fasting, considering taking the class. My friend, since you've watched some of our videos, hopefully you've watched some recent ones. I always recommend, if you're considering jumping into class, you just make the decision today. There's not a lot to consider. You'll see, I'm going to read some comments from some of our graduates. They're having great success. You see, Diane is having great success. I'm going to help you change so much in your own life that you never even knew you could have change happen. And the results of what you're going to get for you as a person and a woman with how you look and feel about yourself is going to change. And it takes very little time. Like I said, my September class, we're 2.5 weeks in, and the aha moments are starting to collect for so many, and I'm loving it. So I would say just get off the fence, my friend, and jump in with us. Joetta, what can I do when it seems like I'm not losing any weight? I would say go back to some of these things. Most of the time when we feel like we're doing all the right things and we're not getting results. It's some little like misconception that's going on in your head. It's some tiny little tweak that you have to make so your body will trust you and just let go of the weight. So oftentimes it's just some food intolerance you could be having, or some little, I careful about saying this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Just take it for what it is. It's some little lie you're telling yourself that you think you're doing something that's going to help you lose weight or lead to losing weight, and it's just not going to be possible for you. So if you haven't taken class, I highly recommend jumping in with us. We will help you find that little thing for sure. Sabria, your timing on this mindset content is so incredibly helpful. I'm stuck. I'm sold on 24. I've taken your course, which is phenomenal. I still find myself backsliding when I'm under extra stress. Girlfriend, you are not alone. It's a societal thing. It's how we are conditioned, right? And like I said, this last couple of years has been a perfect example of what we do as a society under stress, and it's totally socially acceptable. And so now that you've recognized it, I hope you took some notes today. You can go back to your class and revisit some lessons if you want, and write these statements down and really trust these, and then just eat like you love yourself. Whether it's stressful times or good times, it doesn't matter. Eat like you love yourself. And I promise you, my friend, you'll start to get that forward slide back, and you'll get all those results back that you got when you were in class. White Wave now, September participant here from Canada. Love it. April, love the energy and so much great information. I love it. Inner Peace. Yes, you made it to a live. Debbie, September class, loving it. Thank you for all of your knowledge. You are welcome, my friend. Fiona, I'm here live. Girlfriend, I love it when you're here. Sylvia is here. She's saying hi to Lulu. So Lulu, Sylvia, Fiona, all my midlife mindset shift students. So this is just reinforcement from yesterday's lesson. What's your longest fast? The longest fast I've done was when I was prepping for my colonoscopy, and I think it was 3 days. And it was just because I was prepping for my colonoscopy, and that made most sense to me. Robin from August 22 class. D Shaw. Hello. First time seeing you live. Just signed up for October. Yes, my friend. I'm so excited for you. You are one of my jump off the fence people. I love it. Cannot wait to see you in class. Hopefully you've received your intermittent feasting guide and your intermittent fasting and journal guide and journal. And you've downloaded those and gone through those. And if not, let me know and I'll make sure you get a copy. Vanessa, hello. Sherry just shared on my Facebook page. I love it, my friend. Thank you so much. Lisa R from Virginia just started 18-6 and loving it. Gave up creamer during fasting because I didn't want to do anything that would hinder my goals. 100%. That's a great thing. That's eating like you love yourself, right? It's giving you every opportunity to feel success. I have this second page here I'm going to share with you guys too. And this is one of those things that really gets us stuck. Your excuses are fear, right? They're just the fear without any proof. And so you justify this without this. Don't provide the proof because you let fear lead. So when we lean into our excuses because we're afraid, and then everything happens that we're afraid of, then you just provided the proof, right? So then you're like, oh yeah, it didn't work. But what if you didn't do that? What if you got rid of this and you proved that this wasn't even a possibility? And the proof that you provided yourself was the exact opposite. Like, what if we did that? Like, imagine all the things that you could achieve, possess, accomplish, be proud of in your life if you just got rid of that. Imagine all the things, right? And this is where I like to lead with fitness and nutrition and health with women, because if we can prove to ourselves that we can take care of ourselves, everything else is easy. Everything else is easy. If we can prove to ourselves that we love ourselves by the way we take care of ourselves, everything else is easy. If we're empowered during difficult nutritional decision-making processes, oh my gosh, everything else is easy. If you believe all of these things about you, then when something comes at you, so easy. because you got it. You got you, right? And that's where I think we really need to start practicing. Paige, 2028 grad here. Although I do occasionally ride the struggle bus, IF has been a life changer. I will never stop because it works for me. Down 4 sizes and never going back. Thanks for tough love. You're welcome, my friend. And we all have struggle buses, right? It's how long you stay on the struggle bus that matters. We all have doubts. We all have fears. We all have negative thoughts. You have to practice catching them and changing them. And that's what most people don't do. If you are a human being, you're going to be challenged. You're going to have those thoughts. You're going to be on the struggle bus. I say get off as fast as possible and use these kind of things to help you get off that door or out that door. Michelle, hello from Ontario, graduate of June course. Love it, my friend. Carol, good afternoon from Massachusetts. Daira, so true, 100%. Diana, wanted to add, I tried Midday Squares, available at local grocery store in Canada. They're a chocolate fix and good. Just ordered online, messaging with them about order, and they call you their rock star. Oh, they're my people. Anybody who can create a chocolate that is a food, healthy and not tampered with, they're my people, right? So I love my friends at Midday Squares, and they love us, our community as well. So make sure you use my discount code DYANN15. Not only is it you saving money, but it also lets Midday Squares know how much we love them as a community. So I'm so glad that it's working out for you. And yeah, Canadian company getting Canadian products. I love it. And I love helping my friends up in Canada as well. Cindy, September class is awesome. I'm finally feeling like my authentic self. That is a win. I hope you wrote that down and you starred that on your calendar for whatever day that connected for you. Here's what I like women to do with our fasting journal and guide. On the day when it's feeling like it's making sense for you, put a star on that page, because when life happens, life always happens, you go back to your journal and guide, you find the page with the star, and you go back to day one. And you go, oh my gosh, it only took that many days for me to feel this amazing. Let me just repeat those days. So use that fasting journal and guide so you can repeat what you did. It's history in the making. Which has been a lifetime without it. It took me 70 years to get here, and I feel like I can go for it once again. Yes, my friend Cindy, you have the next 30, 40 years, 50 years, however it is you choose you want to live, living your most authentic self. And I think these are going to be some of the best years of your life. So congratulations. Care Freedom, hello from Hawaii, August graduate. Oh, I would love to be in Hawaii right now. Pamela, August 22 grad. I'm living such an authentic life. This is the easiest lifestyle I've ever lived. I don't miss life events. I have no weight gain and living strong. Get compliments all the time. Pamela, that's what I call winning at life, my friend. And I hope you're really receiving those compliments and taking them to heart. Christina, August class, fasting 20 to 21 hours daily. No stress around food at all. Energy is back and weight is coming off. I am loving this lifestyle. Okay, so all my fence sitters, make sure you're paying attention to the course members and graduates who are sharing how they're living their life now as graduates of the course, and consistent members here in our live community. They're thriving. The sooner you get off the fence and you get registered into class, you can come back and have these kind of thoughts and shares, just like the graduates in our community as well. And I love that you guys come back and do that. JC, hello. Candace T, Fort Worth, Texas. Howdy, girl. You're right down the road. I'm having a great time with this. I set my mind on what I want and my body is burning fat, drinking lots of mineral water. There's no better way than to sit around knowing that your body's taking care of things and you have nothing to do. So enjoy that energized sense of calm and that sweet spot that we talk about. Loretta from South Carolina. Hello. Gwen, August graduate, down 18 pounds, and it's so much easier with the sense of calm to go through the difficult situations. Amen, my sister. When we are hit with difficult situations, when you are not using food and drinks to change how you show up emotionally, you show up empowered by your own balanced hormones. You're going to make more informed decisions. You're going to make honest decisions. You're going to make healthy decisions because you have that sense of calm. And within that sense of calm comes this amazing confidence. So Gwen, so proud of you, my friend. Michelle, I I need tough love today, I think is what it is. Yeah, we all need it. I need it too. Tammy, if I deviate from 24 or have a longer feasting window, I feel out of balance. This plan is satisfying and empowering. Thank you. I love that for you, my friend. And I love that you're connecting to what feels balanced and what feels out of balance. That's key. So keep paying attention to that. Julie, this tough love is right on time. I love it. Tammy, excellent content today. So needed. Diane, I ordered the midday squares too. They love you, Diane. Oh, I love that. I love them. I love supporting really good businesses and really good companies. And I don't talk a lot about other companies, right? The ones that I find I fall in love with, I will always share with you guys. And I will always make sure that you guys can participate with some sort of cool community savings or whatever, but they are my people. I love them. And it's a woman who started that business, which is super cool too. So I love them up there. Carolyn, for some reason, I'm getting acid stomach in the middle of the night. Might be the magnesium. I take it at bedtime before sleep. Yeah. So just experiment with that and take it at a different time and see if you get that same thing. And I don't know if it breaks your fast, but here's the thing about breaking a fast. Remember, we really aren't in that fasted state until that 12th hour of not interrupting anything. So if you're doing something at the beginning of your fast, it's the least problematic time to experiment with things. Just don't do it at that, kind of 12 hours and beyond, because that is truly interrupting the truly fasted state. This is true and a little painful to hear. Okay, so I don't want this to be painful. I want it to be liberating. So Diane, see if this could be liberating for you. Like, oh my gosh, the first thing we need to realize is we're not alone. We're not broken. Most people go through this, right? So take this as something that's going to be very liberating for you. Like, I never even considered I could be doing these things, and now I can check into them and I can catch myself and change the outcome. That's how I want you to walk away from today's discussion. Yvette, yes, I'm selfish first so I can show up as my best self in September class and loving it. Ladies, if you haven't already, sign up now. Best investment I've made. Yvette, thank you for saying that. Again, if you're on the fence, jump down. Go get yourself registered in class, and then you can come back and really, really appreciate what we do here, because I give you continuing coaching. Once you're a graduate, I always welcome you to come back to these lives, because we need the consistent and ongoing support. I need it as well. These kind of discussions for me to you help me in so many ways also, right? Because I have to live what I preach. I have to. I can't come here and not be authentic with you guys. So this reinforces my own lifestyle as well. So thank you guys for allowing me the opportunity to do that for myself. Desha, going to be breaking some deep habits. Yeah, break the habits that aren't serving you, create ones that will. Care freedom. It's the negative, damaging thoughts that keep us in a destructive, vicious cycle. Yes, we're doing harm to ourselves. One of the questions I always ask women when I'm in like a one-on-one life coaching situation with them is, would you be in a relationship with another person outside of yourself who treated you the way you treat yourself when things are hard? And everyone without a doubt says, no, there's no way I would be in a relationship like that. But we are okay with living within that relationship with ourselves. So we have to really recognize that and not be okay in that situation as well. Inner peace, you are welcome, my friend. Diane, thoughts are a thing, 100%. Nancy, great content today. Thank you so much. July 22 grad, you are welcome. Carol, what we listen to affects our thinking. This includes podcasts, Facebook scrolling, Instagram viewing, TikTok, ingesting, etc. 100%, because those will change your thoughts, and those thoughts will then lead to some actions you're going to take. Love this. Needed to have this focus at this time. Thank you. You're welcome. White wave now. Lulu, new mantra. I'm really good at this. Yeah. Excellent mantra, Lulu. Excellent. I am really good at this. When you believe you're really good at this, there's no other option. You're just good at it, right? And you just keep showing up to prove what you already believe. It's as simple as that. Girlfriend, I am proud of you for that mantra. Carol, what we listen to affects our thinking. Yeah, I think I already did that. Milani Jones, this is so true. I really needed this reminder. New to your channel, however, I need this conversation. Well, you're new, but you're welcome with open arms. Everyone is welcome here. We are just a totally open community. I hope you've subscribed, hit that little bell notification, threw a little like on today's video, and then anything that you need from us, we're here to help you, my friend. Desiree, first time seeing you live. I just signed up for October. I am so excited to have you in class, Desiree. So excited. Carol, oops. Wish there was an edit button here. It's a great idea to shut off all that outside noise to focus on our thoughts or journey. Yeah, 100%. Or focus into something that's going to be positive to help you with your thoughts. Sherry, I lost 15 pounds before took a cruise, and I was determined not to give it all back. People think of a cruise as an eating free-for-all. I looked at it as a luxurious vacation and not a feeding frenzy. Gained a couple of pounds, but lost them all and another 10 pounds after getting home. That's how I vacation too. Vacation is not a food frenzy for me. Vacation is me really taking advantage of doing something outside of what I am expected to do at home. And I would never, ever put myself in a position where I'm not showing up as my best self, confident in the way I look and feel, showing up authentically. And then when you're on vacation, you get to have people like do things for you that you really enjoy. So it is the best way to live, but it is a mindset shift for sure. Sylvia, mastering your own mind is everything. If anyone is still on the fence about joining the intermittent fasting course, do it. It's an investment in your future self. Thank you, my friend. Sylvia is my midlife mindset shift student. She just graduated from the intermittent fasting course last month. She's doing some great work. We love having you in our community, Sylvia. Desiree from British Columbia, Canada, too. First time seeing you live. I just signed up for October. I love it. Christina, I heard on a podcast with Mandy Siligari that sometimes people use food in an unhealthy way to avoid feelings or dealing with their actual feelings, and I couldn't relate more to this. It's exactly why we use food outside of nurturing our body, right? We use it as a means to numb or suppress feelings because it creates a new chemical and emotional response. So we use it to numb out and not think. And when you can make that connection, then you can use food in different ways. That's why people say they're stress eaters, right? Jackie, good morning. So ready to start October class, doing 24 now, but need some mind work. Girlfriend, doing the 20 hours of fasting right now is really cool. Not a prerequisite. So if you're not fasting at all, you will still be super successful in class. I teach it from the you've never fasted before concept. So even if you come in with some experience, I ask you to treat it like it's a whole new experience. So either way works, but you're just going to have that little bit of a step up, I guess, or some kind of days under your belt. Kat, hello. What do you do when you get flabby skin? I have been fasting for 1 year and lost 53 pounds. Like the loose skin after weight loss is, I've heard, I haven't really had that personal experience myself, but that really getting into that consistent autophagy phase is that thing that helps your body heal from the inside out. So a lot of people who have had a lot of extra skin from significant weight loss really do tap into that autophagy level of fasting, and you can get that anywhere over like that 17-hour mark is what is suspected. There's no test for it, but you'll start to see that skin tightening up from the healing on the inside. Can 24 be done every day? 100%. Totally can. Thank you for helping us thank you for helping us. I share your page all the time. Thank you, my friend. I totally appreciate that. That means you have a role to play in helping other people. And that is something that you should be very proud of as well. Mary, positive mindset is everything. Never realized how much, until I started watching you. Thank you. You're welcome, my friend. Dima, starting from tomorrow morning, these 7 statements will be my daily prayer and meditation before getting out of my bed while drinking my first bottle of water. Thanks so much. I have to show this to one of my girlfriends who's struggling a lot these days. She needs to listen to you. Yeah, thank you so much. Just she needs to be part of this community because not only me, but there are so many other women who will wrap their loving arms around her. So tell her to come and show up. We will help her any way we can. We have to have mantras, right? Because that just sets the pace for where our mind's going to go for the rest of the day. Kel, this mindset shift is the class is so valuable, and I love the short daily videos, easy to fit into my busy life. Awesome. I love that. Kelly, love this today. Diane, need this today. July 22 grad. You're welcome. Marlene, in the September class, and all I can say is you preach, girl. Today's lesson was so good. I'm seeing the results of being consistently consistent, feeling awesome, and seeing the weight come off. Love it. Wanda, because I tend to have all or nothing thoughts, my favorite mantra is persistence, not perfection. That is a mantra I love as well, right? We just have to keep moving forward. Perfection is just not attainable. Like because even when we get to where we think we were perfect, we're going to want more, right? So girlfriend, you keep that mantra going. It seems to be working for you. Julie, September class member, loving all of it and feeling great. Best selfish thing I've done. Easy to understand and adapt to. Be flexible to make it yours. Thank you, Diane. You're welcome, my friend. We still have a week and a half together too. So the next week is actually my favorite week. I love the fasting week. I love the feasting week, but the social and emotional part of it is my favorite. Kalpana, how do you get used to bitter taste of coffee without creamer during your fasting window? Change your coffee. Your coffee, if your coffee is bitter, it's probably the coffee. I also know that some people put salt in their coffee, and salt isn't anything that you have to be afraid of during a fast, and that might help it as well. But sometimes, coffee it's just like any other thing. There's different brands, there's different versions, there's different processing, there's some that's organic. So it could just be the coffee you're drinking. And I would really invest in doing some experimenting. Christina, you can't pour from an empty glass. 100%. Practice doesn't make perfect, practice makes permanent. Love that one, Tammy. Wendy, oh my God, can you please get in touch with middle and high school across the US to teach girls to fill themselves up with all the love they need? How much different my entire life could have been. I was you. I know. I struggled through high school, my days in the military, even my college days, even my young adult days. I struggled so much because of not living this. And I refuse to live any other way now. So it took me a really long time to get to this place. And I'm not leaving. So yeah. And I think how we teach high school girls and middle school kids across the US and outside of the US, even this stuff is we show up differently. When the generations behind us see us show up differently and see us stand up for ourselves and see us go after what it is that we say that we want for ourselves, then they model that. They model that because a lot of what we modeled was also handed down to us. We have to think about that as well. Sometimes just being silent about it, but having that strong physical presence, like not preaching it, but really illustrating it for people is really powerful. Kalpana, reached a plateau after losing 20 pounds. What to do? Generally fast for 18 hours or 20 hours. I don't believe in plateaus. I believe in pauses. I believe if you were on a consistent weight loss journey and it stopped, then check to make sure you're honest with yourself and you're not, celebrating in ways that you could be denying the truth about, or just realize that sometimes your body's in a pause. It can't constantly lose weight. Sometimes it just has to take a break. Leslie, love midday squares. I tried reordering today, but all sold out. That's how wonderful they are. You guys are selling them out. I'm sure that's what it is, right? So keep buying from them. And I'll check out their website or I'll reach out to them too and see when they're going to restock. So you guys can get another order in. And if you're on their email list, I'm sure they'll email you, and then just use the DYANN 15 because you can use that repeatedly. It's not a one-time code. You guys can save 15% every single time you order for them. So save that DYANN 15 somewhere. Sherry, hey beautiful. Sherry from July 22 IF grad. Love how I am feeling doing 24 and an occasional 18.6. Practicing my mindset that is okay to do 18.6 once in a while. I do feel my best at 24. Thank you for being such an awesome coach. Yeah, you give yourself permission to do whatever you feel like you need to do for you, right? But just make sure the permission that you're giving yourself is going to serve you, right? And not put you in harm's way. April, signed up for the October class. Awesome, my friend. Cannot wait to hang out with you for 30 days. I'm so excited. Diane, I forgot to mention that I lost 19 pounds with this plan. It's so easy. Robin, congrats, my friend. 19 pounds is a big deal, especially for this demographic of women. Like losing a pound is amazing just to see the shift, right? And I know we talk about weight loss a lot here, but I don't want that to only be the thing that we're focusing on because we've all lost weight before. What I want us to think about is this type of stuff. Like, how are you getting to the weight loss? Are you being mindful? Are you being kind to yourself? Are you loving your body? Is it going to be a weight loss that created the lifestyle change that's going to keep the weight gone? Or are you going to yo-yo and bounce and be disappointed and then elated and disappointed? And so are you making the changes? And it sounds, Robin, like you are. So I'm super proud of you. And that's exactly what we're trying to do here. All midday squares are sold out. Oh no, Jackie, I tried to order the squares on websites, completely sold out. Okay, I'm going to message them And I'll put in our community group on YouTube, and I'll put something on our Facebook page, and I'll share on Instagram too when they're back in stock, so you guys can go get some. Because here's what happens, right? We find the thing we love and then we can't get it. It's like, what are we supposed to do? So I'll make sure I'll keep you guys posted on that. Denise, loving the 24 lifestyle. I'm able to do the 100 ounces of water each day, 2 weeks now, feeling amazing. Love it. Lori, from your September class, I had to follow up this morning, and my doctor told me not to lose any more weight. Everyone join the class in October. So you had a follow up with your doctor. He said not to lose any more weight. Well, hey, would we all love to have that problem, right? Don't lose any more weight. So here's the thing that you have to remember. Your body's only going to lose weight that's appropriate for your body to lose, because remember, we're letting our body lead, right? So just fast long for the healing aspect of that and all the benefits you get from that. And then make sure that you're nourishing your body well when you're in your feasting window, and you will get to that place where everything will balance out. Denise, get off the fence and join the class. Jan, for those of us who have denied our true selves for decades, how do we find our authentic self? You really start just making decisions that serve you first. And you do it in a very unselfish way. And you don't do it under the premise that you're going to deny other people. It's literally you just serving you so that you can be everything in every other aspect of your life. And so you have to just really tap into what feels good to you, like what feels genuine, what feels easy for you, what feels good is the best way that I can say that, right? And you're not doing anything frantic, and you have a really calm mindset about it. And this is where intermittent fasting has really helped so many of us, is because when we take a lot of the tools that we use to do the harm away, and all the tools that we used to use to suppress feelings, and all the tools we used to take away to not feel things, when all those are gone and you are committed to fasting clean and long, then you have to learn how to manage your life. You have to learn how to manage the feelings. You have to learn how to manage the thoughts, and you can't escape with food and drink and things to kind of like pacify you, right? And so you have to go through a little bit of that tough love season as well. Robin, yes, I graduated a few years ago and appreciate the ongoing support. Love it. Rita, know a little high while fasting, normal after eating. Have you experienced this? Know a little high. I don't understand that. So if you could rephrase that, I can answer that for you. Donna, I struggle with my weight ever since in my mid-20s. I'm doing keto and IF. I think my problem is I'm too hard on myself. I don't know if I love myself. I have always put myself last. That is some good work to do, my friend. Journal some stuff about that. Book a one-on-one consult call with me. We can get to some of that pretty quickly on a one-on-one call. And yeah, you have to ask yourself that. And why would you not love yourself, right? And for a lot of women, especially in this demographic, right? A lot of it has to do with decisions that were made when we weren't able to make choices for ourselves. And so we have to I literally say, draw a line in the sand that today is the last day that you're going to let circumstances or situations where you are not in the driver's seat about the decision-making process, you're going to let all those feelings go, because now you are in the driver's seat. You are in the decision-making process, and you're not going to let any of this slip by you, right? You are going to make informed decisions for yourself. You're going to eat like you love yourself. You're going to manage and empower yourself during difficult times. You're going to believe you're achieving the impossible. For some of us, you're going to do no harm to yourself. If we didn't like when things happened to us that felt harmful, why are we continuing to do those kind of things today? And that's a serious question you have to ask yourself. And then you have to just draw that line in the sand. Today starts the day I'm going to love myself exactly the way I am today, regardless of what happened 20 years ago. And you want to love yourself for how you see yourself moving in the future. So everything is for our future self. Marlene, tried to order midday squares and it keeps saying they're sold out. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so bummed out. Lou, when I reach 20 hours, do I need to continue fasting to achieve benefits, or can I stop fasting at 20? I like to teach a 20-hour fast and a 4-hour feast on a 24-hour basis for as long as you want to look and feel your best. So you can fast for 20 hours forever, meaning like every single day for the rest of your life. You can fast for 20 hours a day. We make room for life happening and memory making moments. Life happening meaning like memory making moments. And then you can feast for 4 hours, and then you just ebb and flow through those depending on when, life circumstances happen, like you go out to an early lunch, you want to have brunch with your family, all that's totally fine to do. But I tell my brain every single day I'm going to fast for 20 hours because I want it to believe I'm fasting for 20 hours every day. I don't lie to myself about that, right? And so you have to just figure out the dialogue that you want to have. But you can fast for 20 hours for as long as you want. How do we sign up? I'm going to put it in the comment section again, so it's going to pop up in your guys' comment section. You can go to the link. You can go to my description box, Monette, I think it is, or maybe Monet. In my description box, there's a link also. It's fortoday'sagingwoman.com/find-out-more. Or just go to fortoday'sagingwoman.com. You can get yourself signed up. A lot of Canadian girlfriends here today. I love it. Yes, we have a very internationally based community of women. I was trying to keep track of all the countries that were in our class. This month in September, we have the Philippines, we have Canada, we have, I think it was Norway, we had I think a South African woman in our community. I mean, we are literally global, and I love that for us. And it's just that proof that we are all the same. We all go through this season of life, and we're all suffering, right, and frustrated in the same ways. And we all have had very similar upbringings and lifestyles. And so that means that this can help everyone. It can help everyone. So I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. AK, thank you for the pause. As long as we return to the 24, I did that last week and I felt no guilt about going to 18.6. Yes, you should have no guilt about that. We have done really strict regimented diets in the past, and they only last as long as the diet is prescribed, right? And so we miss those memory making moments and we will never get them back. When you create a lifestyle where you give yourself the permission, you create the boundaries, you create the guidelines, you can live your life very fully, and you will never have to be the girl in the corner who feels like she's missing out because she's not allowed to do something that someone else told her she's not allowed to do. That won't even matter 30 days from now. So girlfriend, I am so proud of you. Diane, MLMS student, being in this community is life-changing and affirming. I love it, Diane. Human potential, Veronica, currently in the September class, and it has changed my life. This lifestyle is forever for me. The results are a game changer. Yes, and this lifestyle will be forever for you when you add this in. This is the bonus work that we do. This is the continuous work that we're doing, because once you get the fasting authentically down and the feasting authentically down, then we got to manage this stuff. And so it sounds like you're doing that, and I'm so happy for you. Robin, midday squares are sold out. Oh no. Can you post your live schedules on which platforms don't want to miss? I'll put something in the YouTube community section, so make sure you check that of what my live schedule is, so you'll know where and when to find me. Jackie, I love the support all these women have for one another. We are the best community, the most loving and supportive women, and I always feel very honored to say that and very blessed to say that, because that is not always the case, right? That is not always the case. Getting a group of women together from all over the world who are technically strangers and have them get along and support and rise each other up is so awesome. And I love that for you guys here. So make sure that you are rising up for yourself and helping your other women here as well. This is what keeps this community so strong. Jennifer, September class, loving it. Thank you. You're welcome, my friend. Heather, I just love you back, my friend. And I could tell you're my kind of girl. You got that little bikini on, the nice little cute sunglasses, and your picture on YouTube. I love it. Christina, Diane added the link at top of the chat for access to the course. Yeah, and now it's in the middle too. So thank you for Christina for pointing that out. Carol, Life Boost is an excellent low acid coffee. There you go. Heather, Font, ditto. I absolutely love her too. I love you guys too. This is just a big love fest of women, and oh my gosh, I love it. Renee, loving my September class. I've never felt so good. Anyone on the fence about joining October class, join. You'll never regret it. Yes, you'll never regret it. There are only 2 regrets we have in this community. I say this all the time. One, when women get through class or finally get into class and they wish they wouldn't have waited so long. Number 2, you get into class and you don't participate in the community group discussion. You call yourself a wallflower. Don't be a wallflower. Use the heck out of me while you're in class, and then come back here and use the heck out of me in the comment section. This is why I come here, so that you can get that ongoing support. So thank you for saying that. Patricia, Matt's September class, I'm loving it. So helpful. Everyone should take the class and listen to Dy. Oh, thank you, my friend. Leslie, they sell midday squares at Sprouts. If anyone has a Sprouts near them. Yes, they do. Sharon, hi, y'all from South Mississippi. July 1 started fasting 20 hours and 4-hour eating window, down 15 pounds, feeling and sleeping so much better. Love it. Yeah, the feeling and sleeping so much better is a huge win. Lori, September class, still struggle to get to 20 hours, but getting 19. I practice all the mindset advice and have lost 3 pounds, but looking a little bit leaner also. Managing the thoughts are key. Yeah, you will look different than what the scale says always. So don't use the scale as the judge of your success. Use what you see and feel as the judge of your success, because the scale will never catch up to what you see. Never catch up to what you see. And I guarantee you that last hour is just your mind tripping you up. So don't watch the clock. Just get to that 20 hours. Kelly, when will you be offering the mindset class again? July 22 grad. I used to only open it up twice a year, but now I'm opening it up every time a new class graduates. So the new graduating class gets first dibs at the spots, and then I open up any remaining spots to my graduate email list. So make sure you're on my email list. I will start emailing the last week of September, and you guys will be the class of October through March. So perfect time to get into the mindset shift class, because you'll be in the last quarter of the year, which everyone's freaked out about because of holidays and all that kind of stress, right? And you'll be in the first part of the year where everyone freaks out about New Year's resolutions and all those kind of things. So you'll get both of those kind of bookend, and you'll get to be in class for those 6 months. So, kind of my favorite times of the year. Carol, just signed up for the October class. Carol, I cannot wait. Robin, I finished September class, 8 pounds lighter. Feeling fabulous. One thing I missed, do I stay 24 indefinitely or do I cycle with different windows? I think you finished the October class. So you're 8 pounds lighter. Do I stay 24 indefinitely or do I cycle with different windows? Here's what I always say about that question. Life is going to allow you to cycle. It always happens, right? And so I tell my brain I fast for 20 hours every single day. That's just what I do. When life brings social events or memory making moments, that's when I shift to a different fasting window. You're always going to have that opportunity. But if you say to yourself, Robin, 3 weeks in October, I'm going to fast for 16 hours, then life things happen. And then you're like fasting only for 12. And then you're like, oh, I'm not even fasting at all, because you're purposely denying yourself the opportunity to fast for 20. So always fast for 20, make adjustments for life. Rita, blood pressure a little high while fasting, normal after I eat. Is it because my body is in stress while fasting? I'm about 8 weeks in, I lost 12 pounds. I don't know. And I don't even know like how high your blood pressure is. If you already have high blood pressure, like what the rise is. So I'm not going to say anything because I don't have any details there. And I'm not a doctor nor an expert on high blood pressure. So just go with how you feel. If you're feeling okay, I wouldn't worry about it. If you're feeling like that's abnormal, I would go talk to your doctor for sure. Vicky, got my midday squares sent to Arkansas. Brother is sending them to me in Hawaii. Woo, that's a good brother right there. Jolyn, do you eat the whole time in 4 hours? There's a 4-hour window. You eat during that 4-hour window, meaning your digestive system is initiated for 4 hours. How you break that down and what you do with your food decisions is up to you and what your body's signs and signals are telling you. Don't worry about meals and snacks and all that kind of stuff. Just know you have a 4-hour window that's open, and then let your body lead you. Heidi, who finds the fasting easy, the feasting hard? I'm a year plus in, and that is my struggle, but I love, love, love IF. It's always the feasting that's hard because your brain has to make decisions. Fasting's easy because you take the decision process away. If you do nothing, that's really, really easy. So it's always going to be difficult if you are making feasting choices that are difficult. If you eat like you love yourself and you rinse and repeat what's working for you, the feasting part can actually be really simple. I think we make it hard for ourselves. Midday squares frenzy. I know. I think they should throw us a little something because they're kind of putting us in a little bit of a panic mode that they're sold out. So I'm going to reach out to them and see if they can get us off that little frenzy for sure. Jolynn, I just started. I do not understand the 4-hour eating place and how much we are able to eat. Jolynn, if you're not in class, you need to jump into class. I will teach you all of that while you're in class. Been fasting 20 hours since August 8th. Weight is coming off slowly, but I'm committed to my goal and overall feel pretty good. Interesting how it's easier to recognize foods that don't support me when I'm doing this program. That's the point. When you're empty for 20 hours and you put something in your body that your body is intolerant of, and or you're fasting for 20 hours and you start to feel amazing, and then you put something in your body that your body's intolerant of, you're going to feel like you got hit by a brick. You are now in a new decision-making opportunity. Do you want to be hit by bricks, or do you want to continue feeling great? And that's when you get to decide how important that thing is in your life. Karen, coffee. My brother makes cold brew. No bitter, no acidic. Yeah, cold brew is a good alternative if you don't like acidic tasting coffee either. Kim, August 22 grad. It is so heartwarming to see women supporting each other. Thank you, Diane, for bringing us together. Well, thank you guys for coming. There was literally a time when I did this and had no one to talk to. My husband used to walk in and go, who are you talking to? Yeah, nobody yet, but they're going to come. They're going to come. So literally when I started this, I talked to no one, but I knew you were going to come. So I was talking to everyone at the same time. And now we're 102,000 women strong here. So you guys came. So thank you for coming because I knew you were going to. And I appreciate you guys so much. Dolly from the Netherlands, class of August 22. Dima, I buy my midday squares from Walmart in Canada. Yeah, there are some stores that sell them for sure. And I do notice that they just said they were starting to sell in Walmart in Canada. That's amazing. But if you want to get the discount, you have to order online. The discount doesn't come from the store. But yeah, if you're in the frenzy, get some from the store if you need to for sure. Karen, what kind of coffee she said she makes cold brew. Wendy, my horoscope today. Try not to be daunted by how long it's taken to reach a goal. If you remain consistent and take things a step by step, you'll get there. That's what I call consistency over time. If you are consistent over time, you will always reach your goal. Jackie, I'm curious about the coffee too. Don't like without creamer. You have to just get it, but just experiment. Everyone has different taste buds. Nesters and Nature's Fair grocery stores in Canada sell midday squares for my Canadian sisters. Brian and Beth, what time is the best time to start your fast? Been watching, going to sign up for the October class. I need a mindset. You will learn that in class. Veronica, I needed to see this. I just turned 35, was doing great with IF up until my father had a stroke in March. My stepmom had one a week after him and passed away in April. Stress eating equals weight gain. My friend, I am so sorry for all of that you're having to go through. You have to take care of you. You have to take care of you despite the stress, right? Because you do not want to come out of this situation. You're going to go through the grieving process. That is totally normal, but you can't come out of this harming yourself. You have to figure out a way to take care of yourself while you're grieving, right? And so write down some of these mantras for sure and book a call with me if you need some help. You are welcome. Hello. And then Deb, sabotaging myself, jumping off the fence. Don't sabotage yourself, but yes, jump off the fence and jump into class with us. We will help you there. Okay. Lots of good conversation today. Use these. Come to class with a notebook. This is like a mini class for you guys. I'm hoping that I'm encouraging you who are on the fence to come in with us. I hope that if you are a graduate or currently in class, this is just supplemental information for you to build on from your time in class. I love you guys. Make sure you're subscribed. Please hit that like button for me, you guys. This is really helping our community grow, and we need more women who are showing up, looking and feeling their best and doing that in their authentic way. So not only can we help the women around us, but we can help the women who are coming up behind us. I love you guys. Make sure you go to fortoday'sagingwoman.com. Get yourself registered in class. If you want to get some of the discounts for some of the products and companies that I do love and support, you can also go to fortoday'sagingwoman.com/codes, so CODES, or there's a link at the top of my website. You can click that. Let's pray that the Midday Squares people are working feverishly to restock so we can all get some more supply of our Midday Squares, and I will let them know how much you guys love them as well. Thanks for supporting me. Thanks for supporting each other. I will see you guys back here on Monday. If you are a Lumen user or a glucose and ketone monitor user, you can join me tomorrow. We're going to talk about metabolic flexibility on my Instagram page, 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. Mwah. Love you guys.